It is semifinals time here at the Pipe Invitational. Jack Robinson, Griffin Colapinto, Mason Ho, and Kalani David make up a young crew that are all looking for a spot into the final to make it into the main event of the Billabong Pipe Masters in memory of Andy Irons.
Posting scores up into the excellent range. I think the only thing that he really needs to change is those backups. He needs a good backup.
Taking off late, right under the lip is Jack Robinson, stylishly stalling in the pit. And he comes out, standing tall. A backside punt just to seal the deal. This is an absolute super grommet from West Oz, getting everybody on their feet to start.
Well, there you go. That's what you got to do, right? Just get yourself a nice big barrel and finish off with a bit of an air, backside air right there. So Jack Robinson picking up where he left off, Joe, straight into a good one. Drives down off the bottom. Look at that positioning, the style, everything was absolutely perfect right there. And then right here, look at that little backside aerial, just for good measure. Kicking out of that one, so Jack Robinson draws first blood.
Now more waves on the way. We'll split the peak and we'll hang on to the left-hander at Pipe. A close attempt for completion from Kalani David. He's down. Took everybody out, took that huge honor, and then sort of stayed underground for a couple of years, went to school, got his degree, and now he's really hungry. Let's get caught up with the split. We saw Mason Ho go back door.
Oh yeah, Mason Ho kind of just got caught right there. Both guys incomplete rides to kick things off, so they'll be back to the drawing board.
Making that one count as he's into the semifinals. He's going to be surfing in the very next heat. Now watching this wave set up, Griffin Colapinto having to straighten out. Robinson opened with a 6.17. Mason start 1.83. Kalani David with a 1.17. Next wave for Jack Robinson. Knifes the takeoff, hands free. He gets puffed out, backside jam off the top. Potts, not only is he getting barreled, but he's doing combos on every wave.
Yeah, well, that was a late drop there from Jack Robinson. Just decided to go on that one, standing tall in the barrel, and then a big backside whip on it as well. So Jack Robinson just lighting it up at the moment. 6.17 on his opening ride. That's going to be another solid score. Look how late that drop was, and now he just stands tall in the barrel, comes out, and as you said, nice combo right here, just sliding tail out. Beautiful backside whip there from Jack. Look how steep that drop was, Joe. Straight into it though. Looks so confident in ways of consequence at such a young age, and then bangs the tail out the back, sliding that board.
Try to get those dialed by tonight, as we could be getting the opening round in first thing in the morning. More waves on the way in this one. Scrapping into it is Kalani David, grabs around the takeoff, hangs into a dirty section, and all those chandeliers coming on his head. He'll go down.
Oh my goodness, that was a gnarly drop right there from Kalani David. Is he up? Yep, he's up. With the chunkier conditions, you know, it's you just get into the wave a lot quicker.
Now setting up this one on the backhand attack, tucking through that section. Kalani David didn't really get too much of a barrel option, just staying warm and loose. Last score for David at 2.5.
And cut their teeth against the best in the world. Big sets approaching at the back, and look who's in position.
Checking it out is Mason Ho, grabs a rail from the takeoff. Perfect line, nice barrel, and he gets puffed out. The Hawaiian looking for a finishing move. A lofty backhand float. Tail dropped into the landing, but ends up going down.
Wow. As we see sets rolling through, more on the way. And what a day we've had, Joe. It's been amazing.
Oh, unbelievable start as we look back to Mason's ride.
Yeah, just a late drop. He drives up under the lip right there. Bonus section at the end, comes flying out. And then Mason goes for that floater maneuver. He's been watching Jack Robinson combo the waves, and he wants to do exactly that. Sets that rail nice and quickly, pulls up into the barrel. Beautiful right there. Comes out nice and clean. So Mason Ho gets himself back into the heat. It's been a slow start for him. He's only looking for a small score, 2.41. You can pretty much say he's got that. Have a look at this barrel right here. I like the way he gets nice and low. The thing with Mason is he takes nothing for granted. He knows the severity of this wave. He knows how powerful it is. Any little bit of that lip touches him could be the difference between making it or not. So obviously sticking right down low.
Now it's setting up the next wave, and charging is Griffin Colapinto, and he kicks out without the tube ride. So his score is going to still remain small here in the semifinal. More Rollins capping out the back. That's right, look what the judges thought on Mason's last wave. Comes in at an 8.10. That'll take him all the way to second and is now the best wave of the heat so far. Robinson still has his lead. David needs a 7.44 and Griffin needs a 9.26. Still 9:45 to go, and top two will be moving on, setting up a beautiful backhand tube as Griffin Colapinto pulling up nice and high. He'll lift a punch out, and he gets clipped. So still searching for a solid score. One thing we've learned today, though, Potts, is he's not afraid of a big closeout section, and he's going to keep swinging. Yeah,
I mean, I've noticed that with all these guys out here. You know, I sort of looked at the draw this morning, and there was a few names that obviously I'll admit I didn't know too much about, but after the end of today, well, they're all chargers, that's for sure.
This is Mason. What a takeoff. His stance nice and forward towards the nose. And he'll get out of there. Amazing footwork from Mason Ho and a beautiful backhand style. He'll be getting rid of a 1.83. You ask Mark Akalupo, former world champ, his first moment, he was a teenager as well, getting a call up from Randy Rarick. As we look at this wave, nice fade on the takeoff from Kalani David. He was hoping for this thing to open up. Nothing happening there. He's forced to kick out. And we're down to 8 minutes to go. Look out the back. We can see stacks to the horizon. Plenty of opportunities. Paddling hard for this first one. San Clemente's own Griffin Colapinto rolls in. A beautiful bottom turn. He'll try to slow down for the pit. The wave spits. And Griffin looks towards the beach and kicks out of a beautiful ride.
Well, talk about a big set. Looks like Pete Mel's going to get caught again. Everyone bails their boards. The jet skis run for cover. Oh my. You know, it makes you feel alive, that's for sure.
This is Griffin's waves, Potts. What do you think?
I love the fade. I love how he took his time off the bottom. Slowed right down. I mean, this kid wants it. He wants to get barreled. He wants to get himself back into this heat. He's not done yet either. And that's going to be his best wave. Look at the size of this thing as he takes off. I love the way he faded. Now he gets nice and low off the bottom. Sort of hits the brakes and pulls in. It wasn't a deep barrel. But I tell you what, this kid, he's amazing for such a young kid out here at Pipeline. You can see him trying to slow down, trying to hit the brakes. That's critical stuff right there in a big wave, big, strong, powerful wave. Beautiful positioning. I'd have been really happy with that.
Oh, what an incredible ride. And that's that spit we talk about at Pipeline. It is so powerful. Griffin hangs on. An absolute beauty of a wave,
yep.
And he'll be loving that feeling. That'll carry him through the rest of his season here on the North Shore. But we're down to the 2-minute mark. Last of Griffin, a 5.33. Needs a 6.38 now to move on.
And he's back in the heat, Joe. I mean, that's a 6.38. It's not a huge score. You know, you look at what's been going on today. There's definitely 10-point rides out there. Here we go, paddling.
And now getting into it, Jack Robinson standing tall. He wants this thing to open up. Ultra casual, and he'll just fly away and kick out. Didn't offer him a chance to wind up and pull in. You can see how easy he is on the ice. He's got one of the greatest styles in the game.
Especially under circumstances like we've been seeing today.
Very true. As we enter the final minute, another opportunity for Griffin Colapinto. Fades the takeoff. It's looking to open up. Squares up. Mid-face stall. Grabs the rail. Not super deep there, but he'll pack the inside corner. What a day for the grommet from San Clemente. We are going to run out of time. All you can see is whitewater for days, capping on the outer reefs. We still have plenty of swell and size on hand as we're getting closer to seeing who's going to make it into the main event. Moving on to the final, it will be Jack Robinson and Mason Ho.